majority of the entire world, even though America only has 4.5% of the entire world's population, the majority of the world adopts the health protocols, mandates, vaccine schedules of America. They follow the CDC schedule of America, the NIH's recommendations, the FDA recommendations. So I just need all of you to be aware. I did this for a Canadian podcast about 3 or 4 days ago, and they couldn't believe this information because doctors are being fired in Canada within like 15 minutes of finding out that they gave ivermectin to a patient who actually recovered after they were supposedly dying just from one dose of ivermectin. Y'all have probably seen the videos. But I wanted to go on there to make sure everyone knew that there's a document that our federal government, the NIH.gov, has on their website that actually has ivermectin listed as an approved treatment for COVID-19. And I need them to know how to find it. So on any search engine in the world, type in these words, NIH.gov, next word, table, 2E, period. And then these words, characteristics of antiviral agents approved or under evaluation for COVID-19 treatment. The first drug is the infamous drug I keep telling you is killing everybody in America and in other countries. It's called remdesivir. The second drug on that chart, everybody needs to open that chart, click the link, open the chart, and print it and have it at home. It needs to be part of a hospital-ready kit if you have to go.
Yeah.
But the second drug on that chart is ivermectin, and it gives you the doses for treating an adult with COVID-19 in hospitals. It is 0.2 to 0.6 milligrams of ivermectin for every 2.2 pounds of body weight for 5 days. So I have been on Zoom calls over the last 2 weeks with hundreds of medical doctors who actually still work in hospitals. And when I gave them this chart, they had no idea that it existed. And they were thrilled to be armored with this document because their administrators, they found out, have been lying to them all along. Our federal government has been lying all along. That chart is updated July 8th, 2021. So for the last 3 months, it's been approved, at least on this listed chart. No one has even seen this drug. This chart. I've given this chart to senators, lawmakers, attorneys, so many people, many medical doctors, and then the hundreds of thousands of audience members around the world. I have shared that document and how to get it because they need to have the power and the boldness to walk into a hospital and go like this. I've seen Dr. Ardis's videos on remdesivir. You're not going to treat me with that, even though I'm having a hard time breathing. And then when they say, well, we're going to follow the mandated protocols and we're not going to use ivermectin, if they say that to you or that it's not approved, just pull out that paperwork and hand it to them and go, it is too. The NIH approved this drug on July 8, 2021 for treatment of COVID. And these doctors are not going to have a clue that document exists. You need to have this ready. Number 2, the fact that that drug and another drug are on that chart that says they're approved. There's actually 3 drugs approved. Remdesivir, ivermectin, and then it's like nicotinamab. It's a corticosteroid. It's on that chart. You need to have that chart. And then you need to make sure you actually download the next one. The next one is CMS.gov's database. Now in America, that is the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, which is our 65-year-old and older group primarily. On this Medicare database, on their website exists a memo that they sent out to all hospitals and all doctors in our country and said, if you'll just choose remdesivir as the treatment for COVID-19 hospital, we will give you a 20% bonus payout on top of the $2,400 we pay you for the remdesivir treatment if you'll just pick remdesivir over other drug therapies. And then they list the codes for the hospitals and doctors in the hospitals to take those codes and put them on the Medicare claim forms for payment of treatment. Now, these 2 documents I'm telling everybody in the world to download. Why? Because most countries adopt our policies. And I told these doctors and these podcasters in Canada earlier this week, or last week, I said, you need to know that the CMS, our Medicare services provider for our 65-year-old and older citizens in America, is bribing hospitals to pick a drug they know is poisoning and killing 30% of all people they give it to. They're bribing them. saying we'll give you a 20% bonus payout if you just pick this one. And I told the Canadian podcasters, I said, you just need to know something. I promise you need to look into this because they're doing the same thing in Canada.
Yep.
So you need to find out what are the rules, what are the laws. I've had senators so excited to see these documents over the last 2 weeks. They actually said we can't wait to shove these 2 documents down our state pharmacy boards, our state medical boards, and they've already taken it before legislature that are in private sessions right now or special sessions right now. They've already taken that even earlier this week to actually give them all that data. And this is what people need to say when they go in hospitals. If it's you that's sick and you're going in there, or if it's a loved one that's going in there with you, when you convey you're not going to have them do remdesivir treatment and you want ivermectin and they say, no, we're not going to do that, you hand them the chart and say, well, it's approved. And then you're going to hand them the CMS one and you're going to say this. I also know that the hospitals are being bribed by whatever organization. In America, it's the CMS. We already know the CMS is bribing your hospital to pick remdesivir. My life, or speaking on behalf of another loved one, you say my life or my loved one's life is not for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And you demand that they treat you ethically and morally. There's an agenda of our federal health agencies to bribe, to hurt, maim, and kill innocent people in hospitals. And I am not okay with that. So I'm constantly trying to warn as many people as possible, no matter how big the audience is. I will not stop until this damn protocol is removed.